With 2021 coming to a close, we are reflecting on some of the year's biggest stories.
And Colorado's air quality certainly was one of them. At one point in August, Denver had the worst air quality in the whole world.
And as Denver 7's CB Cotton explains, those hazy skies had serious impacts on Coloradans living with chronic lung conditions.
Good to see you.
Steff Lebsack depends on these moments.
So how are you doing?
Good.
After all, doctor visits have added more moments to her life.
I still have a day-to-day life to live, breathing for me is effortful every time I breathe, but it's always been like that, and I don't know any different.
Lebsack was born prematurely and had bronchopulmonary dysplasia, or BPD, during infancy. The chronic lung disease mostly affects preemies born more than 10 weeks before their due date. Many will outgrow all the symptoms of the disease. Others, like Lebsack, have lifelong lung problems like asthma or frequent lung infections. Lebsack's adulthood has had no shortage of hospital visits.
I was in a hospital this past week with just an ER visit, and they let me home.
During the summer, as Denver's air quality made headlines.
We had the worst air in the world on Saturday.
It was a combination of smoke from western wildfires and moderate to high levels of ozone that clouded our skyline and ranked Denver as the worst air quality in the world on August 7th. The conditions, particularly harmful for people like Lebsack, says Dr. Anthony Gerber, a pulmonologist at National Jewish Health.
So, the air pollution has toxics and toxins which sort of activate our inflammatory pathways, and people with BPD and asthma are much more sensitive to those pathways getting turned on.
This summer, Lebsack found herself at home more than outdoors as skies over the Front Range were choked with smoke.
A normal person without lung disease, they might feel like, oh, my lungs feel a little bit of burning, a little bit of irritation, but they're fine. If you've got that chronic lung disease, that burning can turn into a full-fledged flare. You might need to go into the hospital.
I heard the smoke is so bad that you can't even see the mountains in some areas. And for me, that's just asking for a severe asthma attack.
Sometimes Lebsack has to avoid the outdoors or rely on her non-invasive ventilator when conditions are poor, because the alternative is never pleasant.
It can be very anxious if you can't breathe. It's a scary feeling. There's times I've stopped breathing and had to get back and put on a ventilator. I've been on a ventilator multiple times in the past year.
But her condition has never stopped her from achieving and trying to live a full life for her family. In November, she completed a 6K cross-country race.
I kind of have my head in the game. I'm ready to fight and do whatever it takes.
And she credits her team at National Jewish Health for bringing clarity when the skies look hazy and her lungs feel clouded.
It's a challenge to have BPD and sort of have this your whole life. But that doesn't mean that you can't, as we see with Steff, she's married, kids, super active when things are good. So we like to manage it and hope that the people can get the best out of life, even though they weren't born with totally normal lungs.
Dr. Gerber is amazing. With talking to my care providers in the hospital, he has spent numerous amounts of time, and who knows how long, but I know a lot of time on my behalf, talking to my care providers in the hospital, making sure that I get what I need, making sure they know what they need to know.
CB Cotton, Denver 7.
We have a winter storm.